Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use a free strategy to go from 0 to over 10,000 targeted engaged Instagram followers in the next 10 days. Recently, I've seen a bunch of people saying organic growth is dead on Instagram. It's impossible to grow in 2021, or you can only grow if you're an attractive woman who gets half naked, which is just flat out wrong and lazy. And so today, I have the perfect example of how Aaron went from 0 to 10,000 targeted engaged Instagram followers in 10 days without spending any money, without having any connections, and without being a mega attractive woman. So let's take a look at how he did it. Now, this here is Aaron. He makes some cool, no-nonsense YouTube videos about property investing, passive income, and fake gurus. If we take a look at his Instagram account here, we can see that he has 13.3 thousand followers now. But if we go back to before he implemented this strategy, we can see that all he was really doing on Instagram was posting promotions for his YouTube videos, which were not getting many views. These have got a lot more views now because his account recently exploded. So he was pretty much just promoting his YouTube videos. He posted on March 22nd, March 19th, March 18th. So he's posting a couple times a week, pretty much just posting the thumbnail to his YouTube videos and saying, go watch the YouTube videos. No real growth strategies, and this sort of content isn't really optimized for Instagram. And because he didn't really have an Instagram strategy and wasn't really trying to grow it, he was only gaining about 5 or so followers per day, which I assume mostly came from his YouTube channel or TikTok. But then it all changed in the last couple of days of March 2021, where he changed his strategy up and things absolutely exploded to 1,000 plus followers per day in growth. And all it took was one tweak to his Instagram strategy and a little bit of hard work to see a 10,000% increase in daily growth from 5 to 10 followers per day up to 500 to 1,000 plus followers per day. One word: Reels. But not just any type of Reels, the right type of Reels, which I am going to talk about later in this video. Now, I've been banging on about using these ever since the rumors were first released that Instagram was working on something similar to TikTok. You are missing out massively if you are not using Instagram Reels to grow your account. Heck, I recently had an Instagram Reel pull in over 10,000 followers from one single Reel on my main account, millionaire.dream, when it got over 6 million views. And this feature alone took him from a couple followers per day to over 1,000 followers per day. We can see that he started making highly engaging reels that served his target audience, and that's what made him grow. But you can't just post any old random reel and expect to see results. That's where a lot of people go wrong and why a lot of you aren't seeing results. Notice how I said highly engaging reels that serve his target audience. That is the key. And you need a few other little things which we're going to talk about soon, but we'll get into that. Now, you can actually see that on his profile here, he started posting reels back in October of 2020. And after posting 30 or so reels, none of them really did that well. I think his best reel had about 3,000 views and got almost 100 likes, which isn't bad, but it is nothing compared to what he's doing now. Now, one of the issues here is that his thumbnails weren't really grabbing much attention, and therefore no one was clicking on them, which meant Instagram weren't pushing them to new people. He also didn't have subtitles on these videos, which would massively decrease the watch time, considering a lot of people aren't watching with sound on. Remember that most people scrolling on Instagram do not have sound on. So if your videos don't appeal to people who don't have sound on and it doesn't hook them in, then your watch time is going to be horrible, because the majority of the people that see your reel won't actually watch it. They'll just click off right away because there's nothing to draw them in, and that is going to make your watch time percentage extremely low and you'll get very, very little reach. Watch time seems to be the main metric between going viral and not going viral on both Instagram Reels and TikTok. Now, after he posted about 30 reels back in October and didn't see a lot of growth, he sort of just stopped, and I think he just focused on making YouTube videos. We can see, however, towards the end of March of 2021, he started posting reels and experimenting with them again. Now, I don't think he actually watched my channel, but he pretty much did everything that I tell you guys to do when it comes to Instagram Reels. He started adding text to his thumbnails, which enticed people to actually click on them and get somewhat interested in them, so they watch it. He started adding background music to his video, which made it more stimulating for people that were listening. And then he added screen screenshots to the background of his videos referencing the points that he was talking about, which made his videos more stimulating for those watching only. And in general, he got a lot better at making them, which is what happens when you do something more often. All of these things are things that I covered in my video that I made about Reels after Instagram posted on their creators account telling you the do's and don'ts of Instagram Reels. He's pretty much just followed that. And then after making those changes, a reel he posted on the 22nd of March just started blowing up about a week later. Now, according to the YouTube video that he made discussing his growth, originally the reel only got 500 views. But a week later, he said the video took off and had over 7,000 views when he was sitting on his couch with his family. A few days later, the video was at over 200,000 views. And the two previous ones got to over 20,000 views as well. As soon as this reel took off, it seems like he realized the potential of this and just started doubling down on making these highly engaging Instagram Reels that fit his target audience. Originally, he was doing 2 feed posts per week, which were just pretty much posting the thumbnails to his YouTube videos, and he wasn't doing any Reels. Then he switched to continuing with those 2 feed posts per week for his YouTube videos, but he also started incorporating 2 to 3 Instagram Reels every single day as well, following the same format that he'd previously seen worked for him. Which again is something that we talk about on the channel a lot. If you notice something is working really well for you, double down on it. And on the contrary, if you see something is always not working for you, stop doing it. Engaging topic, engaging thumbnail, background music, background images, as well as clean, crisp lighting and audio is pretty much what he was doing. And the results speak for themselves. By harnessing the relatively new feature of Instagram Reels, which are currently being pushed massively inside of the algorithm, creating content that served his target audience, following the right tips and tricks we talk about on the channel, he blew up to over 10,000 plus followers in just 10 days. I think he actually said it was 9 days, and if you take a look at his Social Blade, you can see that as well. But 10K in 10 days sound better than 10K in 9 days, even though it's less time. Weird. And the cool thing is, literally any single one of you watching this can go out and do this right now. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing this. If you've got a phone, which I assume you do if you're using Instagram, you are more than capable of creating this content that serves your audience. The moral of the story is this: stop complaining about the algorithm and Instagram trying to purposely target you and stop pushing your content, and start creating content that is more engaging and better hits the algorithm. Right now, the content that is best hitting the algorithm is Instagram Reels, and carousels are still doing pretty well also. But that short, sharp, engaging content for Instagram Reels is just going nuts at the moment. And in the future, that may change. There may be a new feature that comes out which takes over. There most likely will be, which is why you should subscribe to the channel for more great content, and I'll keep you up to date with all of that. And like I say, that's exactly how we got to 10K in 10 days for free, and you can do it right now as well. Also, I am going to link Aaron's channel below. He does make some pretty cool videos around property investing, passive income, and he calls out a lot of fake gurus in the space that are just giving off bad information and selling dreams. I'm also about to release my first ever paid ebook, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That may get added to the description after the video goes live. That's it. That's all from me. See you in the next video. I hope it helped. Leave some comments below. Catch you later.